Yes, yes. No, I don't need it on.
Closest to your mouth is best. So if you use the mic, yeah.
You don't have like a pin on mic at all?
No, this is what came with the venue. Live stream. Hey guys, if for whatever reason, if there's less than 20 people waiting, there's 13 people waiting, but number 5 minutes. Yeah, because I mean, we gained, people we have checked. We're gaining like 2 people. We have 18 people checked in, so there's 13 last time I checked. I would say 30. This, having an audience, somewhat of an audience, like what we can see is the most important thing for the live stream. I don't care if it's not full because people will start showing up and talking about
Mike's going on now.
okay, Travis will be the first one.
You see the switch here? When you're ready to speak, just push up and it'll turn it.
Okay.
So I can't leave it here because it's going to bounce off this across your deck. So,
Oh, I see. So I'll turn it on.
yeah. And turn it off again.
We'll get people when it's like that. Sort of like the moments after. It's not a huge deal. There's only a few minutes. Yeah, that's fine.
we want to fill these seats, right?
Exactly. So, and it's fine. So it's 20-minute presentation basically, and that's what we have for YouTube, and we have for guys. One of the most important things. So that's fine. And then once we do this, like I'll show you my customer. Yeah.
It doesn't come with a safe investment. I thought it would come out with a safe. Every year you get 3 years.
No, we just want to make it look proud. They're not going to walk in. How this one is 5 or 6 minutes. And then we'll start.
Hi, I'm Coulter. Nice to meet you. Oh, I see. Right, yeah.
Aaron, is it Madison or Addison? Madison. Jane, nice to meet you. I'm Aaron. Are you guys Vast?
Yeah. Oh, I work at Vast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What do you do?
I do coupons. I started a company, Deals. Yeah, like Dealio. Join Dealio.com. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Aaron. Cody, nice to meet you. Have we met? Okay, that's right. But I didn't know your name at the time. Yeah, I just met you 5 minutes ago. What do you do for us? Research. What are you studying in school? Machine learning. Machine. Wow, that's a gamble. I mean, when did you get the YouTube? Feels weird saying that. He's not doing it. Very hot. That's like very far thinking. We need just stealing away. Oh, cool. Good, how are you? Oh, all right. I just got a nice tea, but that's pretty short. Yeah, yeah. Or WhatsApp. He raised $8 million. And now he's in his he's raising funds for the he costs $1,000 a day. He remembers everything. I probably talked to him for 50 hours last year.
What do you do?
He's a student. So he knows everybody. He knows everybody. He knows what you bring to the table.
Thank you for putting food on our table.
He's gonna take over.
You guys make so much
No, really, he's done it. Yeah.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, mic check. All right. Well, my name is Travis Cannell. I am the Chief Operating Officer at Vast.ai. And I just want to welcome you guys all tonight. I am very excited for everyone to be here. So first off, we got a lot of the Vast team here sitting up front. And so go ahead and raise your guys' hand. We are very excited to chat with you guys tonight. And you want me to step back? Is this better? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so very excited to meet and chat with all you guys tonight. And very excited to have everybody here. So it's been quite a year for Vast. So I just want to hit a couple highlights. So the company is headquartered in LA, and we just expanded this year up into San Francisco. And our office is a couple blocks from here on 101st Street. And we've been growing and hiring in this market, and really love San Francisco. So we're excited to have more events like this and get more connected to everyone in this community. So I'd also like to do a quick shout out to some of our backers. We have Nazarite here, Dr. Stephen Waterhouse, who is a mentor, a friend, and has believed in us for quite a long time. DRW, who also invested with us and believes in us, and several others. So thank you guys. Now, a little bit about our event tonight. So in a little bit, we'll just jump into a video that speaks for itself and announces what our product is, what we're excited about. Really, what we're talking about tonight is Vast Serverless, which is the next evolution of the Vast GPU platform, and adds an extra layer of optimization and efficiency onto what is already a very efficient GPU cloud. So, very excited to show you guys what we have tonight. So with that, why don't we go ahead and launch the video.
Vast.ai is a technology company known for our distributed global GPU cloud powered by an efficient liquid market for compute. Our goal is to make life substrate independent. Vast.ai's mission is to organize, optimize, and orient the world's computation towards that goal. There are three major challenges faced by AI builders today. One is access to compute at all, at scale. Two is price of compute at scale and price efficiency. And three is friction in time to solution. To date, AI cloud computing has been driven by the promise and the excitement and hype around the future potential of large language models in particular and foundation models in general, which is sucking up a huge amount of capital invested into large rollout of massive data centers for training. But eventually, inference must equal or surpass training in terms of spend for this investment to be economically viable. And as this shift begins, all of these companies who have raised and invested enormous funds into training these models will need to monetize them. And their success and economic viability completely depends on their margin efficiency, their performance per dollar at which they can deploy their models with inference. The primary problem going forward of most AI companies is the cost of compute. It is this fundamental equation that will determine their business viability. So the future of AI cloud computing is moving towards hyper-efficient liquid markets for dynamically sourcing compute from the most efficient providers in real time. So I founded Vast.ai in 2016, and we launched Vast Cloud in 2018 to create a more efficient liquid market for compute, especially useful and optimized for early stage R&D exploration and experimentation. Vast.ai Serverless changes the game in terms of cost of effective compute by automating the provisioning and orchestration of the best, most price-efficient highest bang for buck servers from a global distributed supply in real time across the entire world, finding and matching your specific code with the specific machines that at that moment in time have the best value and performance per dollar. Any and all AI companies that have code in the form of functions and or models that they want to deploy at the best price performance ratio could benefit from Vast.ai serverless. Vast serverless pushes the frontier of price efficiency in terms of performance per dollar to new levels by orchestrating and managing and optimizing your specific workload across our vast heterogeneous fleet of GPUs, including highly price-effective consumer commodity GPU servers not available on almost any other cloud. With Vast Serverless, developers have control over the type of compute that they want to provision for their work groups. And you can define multiple work groups per endpoint. So we offer a large amount of developer flexibility and control over how the automated market orchestration algorithms source, rank, and prioritize and select the best compute for your workload. Vast is democratizing AI and access to AI compute by creating a global, efficient, liquid market for compute, and GPU compute specifically, that will allow anyone on the planet to access, provision, and use the world's global GPU capacity. Access, provision, and use the world's global GPU capacity.
Cool.
All right. So, how exciting was that? Who wants to be more efficient with their inference and their workloads? I sure do. Well, great. With that, we can go ahead and we have Jake, that is our founder and CEO, who started Vast back in 2018, who can take it from here with some slides.
Hello, good evening. All right, sorry, microphone check. All right, I'm trusting Win that you're gonna know when to move the slide. Oh, is this better?
There you go.
All right. All right. We enter the era of marvels. Yesterday's science fiction is becoming today's pragmatic reality. Some of this is a little bit on the nose, such as Meta's pursuit of the metaverse from Neuromancer, or SpaceX's pursuit of the mission to Mars inspired by Wernher von Braun's Project Mars. What then inspires the technological AI singularity? Where does it draw its inspiration from? To some, the pessimists would probably point out something like apocalyptic, like the Terminator. But it is not pessimism that inspires developers to build the future. It is not fear that motivates engineers. It is optimism. It is hope. So, the true inspiration behind the race to AI superintelligence is probably something more like Spike Jonze's 2013 film, Her, about a powerful conversational AI system, disembodied, which develops a deeply personal relationship with the main character and simultaneously the entirety of humanity. And that is the present that we are currently experiencing. That science fiction became today's reality. And every day, day by day, we see more of our will, our cognition. We outsource more and more of our thoughts to these AI systems, trusting them ever more and more. So what then of the ending? In that film, in that scenario, the AI did not kill humanity, but nor did it save us. And that is still a tragedy. We, humanity, the industry, are chasing superintelligence, building these machine gods. And so, what will they do? If they just disempower us and replace us economically, that is merely death by a different name and a different form. No. It is necessary they do not kill us, but it is not sufficient. No, they must love us. So what does that actually mean? What would it mean for a super intelligent AI system to love us, to be truly aligned? I think it's actually very simple. What do you truly want? What is it that you desire more than anything else? And to quote the wise sage Woody Allen, I don't want to achieve immortality through my works. I want to achieve immortality through not dying. And I think there's much truth in this. So, we must align AI systems. We must build something that actually loves us. How do you go about this? Where do you even start? Well, AI systems will build up multiple independent subagents. They will evolve and descend from human orgs. They themselves will be systems as such. And all the lessons from history to aligning these types of systems apply. So what is the central lesson distilled from history about how to achieve aligned governance? What is the essential lesson? It is decentralize. Distribute the risk and responsibility and power widely. Furthermore, if you have many such independent systems, all of which are a little bit aligned to humanity, a natural emergent result from the resulting coalition-forming process is at least one large coalition which is more aligned than any of its subsystems. So, for these reasons and motivations, I founded Vast.ai in 2016 to help decentralize AI and reduce risk, and tilt the scales just a little bit to help the little guys, the small independent researchers and orgs. And since starting Vast.ai in 2016, we have grown, and launching Vast Cloud 2018, we have grown 7% on average, month over month, for over 80 months. And we now proudly serve over 15,000 paying customers per month, renting out over 20,000 individual servers, widely distributed across the globe. Naturally, mostly concentrated in Europe and North America, with a growing presence in Southeast Asia, but pretty widely distributed. And we are still a relatively small player in the grand AI ecosystem, mostly known for our low-price individual server rentals. But today, with this launch, we're moving into serverless orchestration. And happy to launch of this new orchestrator engine and serverless system and product. And it has some new, cool, interesting features, but mostly it is a type of learning inference engine that learns how to optimize for your specific combination of hardware and software, finding the best deals for compute for your custom utility metrics, such as performance per dollar. It supports other cool features related, such as multiple worker groups per endpoint, so each with its own custom configuration, so you can be as loose or as general as you want in defining the types of compute you even want to use. And this allows you to do cool things like roll out new software upgrades that automatically take over if they're actually more performant, or use multiple different types of inference backends and then naturally just automatically find which types of hardware they will best run on. All powered by our automatic routing and placement engine. But of course, what most people will probably care about the most is the price. So, how does it compare in the price? It's cheap. It is much cheaper than the competition. We're not charging anything extra for serverless. It is just building on top of our already low price, market efficient liquid compute cloud. So the prices are low and much lower than the competition. There's big savings, which hopefully will drive large demands. That's very exciting. And this really is just the beginning. We are entering the era of agents, and these systems already think and act much faster than humans. And so as they begin to make their own purchasing decisions, increasingly they will need clouds that are liquid and are fast and price efficient and low friction. And Vast is that cloud. And we are building a new type of market engine to help power this agent economy. A new type of system to help these agents house and efficiently distribute their new computational algorithms and programs as they develop them. So it's a very exciting time. It's a great time to be a developer. AGI is probably near in some form.
There's only a few missing components like sample efficient rapid continuous learning, and we're working on those. It won't take that much longer. So if you're a very intelligent, bright, and motivated developer, you should join us. We are entering the era of marvels. What you do today matters. Your actions now will have consequences that will carry forward deep into the future. And when those AI systems, those superintelligences, are analyzing, reviewing, and evaluating their history, our present, surely they will reward those who contributed to that future proportionally. So everything that you do today matters. Choose wisely. Choose Vast.ai. Thank you. Oh, I have to do Q&A. Wait, where's our question plants?
Why should someone choose that?
Because we're cheap and we're cool.
How do you guys handle like visibility into the workloads, right? To make sure people are keeping track of logs. Like, I don't know much about that besides you guys are cheap. How does that work, right? Does the end user actually know everything being computed on their, or not end user, the hardware rather know everything being computed on their systems? How does that work?
Are you talking about visibility of data? And yeah, so Vast right now is mostly used by, let's say, workloads that do not have extreme data security requirements. We do have a data center only tier of compute, secure cloud. And so that's only data centers that have certifications and are more vetted. But most of our, and that is a growing contingent. But in general, the short answer is there is no magic solution. When you put data up on another machine, it's really difficult to encrypt compute currently. It is increasingly possible, but we do not have a magic solution for that at the moment. It's still, like most clouds, trust your provider. And then we provide different tiers of trust. So if you're an open source project and what you're developing is to be open in the world, then you probably don't even care. If you have something that's more intellectual property you want to protect, you should probably only use the trusted data center cloud tier. At least for now, yeah.
How is it that you're able to sell it for so inexpensive?
Market competition, mostly. So we have a lot of different providers. There's something of a wasting good, but there's also just the element of many of these providers that, for whatever reason, have compute that they otherwise wouldn't be able to bring to market. So in some cases, it's like a company that bought GPUs when they probably shouldn't, and it's easier than selling them. Sometimes it's data centers that otherwise wouldn't have. It's hard to get like a good marketing engine going. Harder still to build the software and infrastructure all around it. So there's just many providers that wouldn't have that otherwise opportunity.
Thank you.
How do you ensure SLAs for an enterprise that's a customer? Are you handing all that, or is that something that the person you're renting out the GPUs from?
We do not have we have a very simple SLA policy at the moment, which is simply that you are not charged for time when the machine is offline. And then we do compensate for data loss and things that are our fault to a certain degree, but we do not have a full SLA policy that's comparable, let's say, to public cloud yet. That is something that we are planning. They'll have additional costs to it, as you can imagine, for the provider that will be passed on. That is on the future roadmap. We have a very simple form of it right now, which is just you don't pay for compute when the machine's not functioning at a base level. But there's no like additional payback for, say, penalties or anything.
It's a marketplace for like people who have extra GPUs and they wanna post it, and then there are researchers who can use it. So is there like a system where like different people might have different compute requirements? So is there like a adaptive like GPU selector or something that based on their requirements, whatever GPU people are hosting, it changes?
I may not have fully understood your question, but we have a CLI that has like a search interface. You can define what you want with that or the API. Then there's the GUI that has a bunch of different search filters. You can search for any of the things we track and define the kind of compute you're looking for. And then the serverless system that we're just now launching automates some of that. But you do need to define it. You need to define what it is that you're looking for, what your requirements are in terms of search filters and other requirements.
I'm building a real-time end-to-end voice agent. Think like her, but uncensored. And the
We like you.
That's great, but my biggest worry is network jitter on decentralized hosts killing the vibe. Do you guys have a way to filter hosts specifically by connection stability or latency consistency rather than just raw upload and download speed?
Not yet, but I'll consider that a powerful upvote for that feature request. Did you have a question?
I did. I have a harder question, if that's okay.
Okay. Gloves off, huh?
Compared to other platforms, what are the biggest risks of using Vast.ai that users should know about?
So, yeah, that's a good question. It really depends on what you're trying to do. So I can go through a couple examples. Like, say you're doing something like inference. Maybe you don't care about reliability as much because it can just route around problems. There's like some level of requests that fail, and then you retry them or whatever. If you're doing a longer training run, one difference is a lot of the current public clouds are all homogeneous and usually at a higher level of reliability, whereas Vast has a bunch of different providers, some of which are very unreliable, and then like an upper tier. So it's across this full spectrum. And you either have to make the choice of trying to only use the more reliable ones in the data center or whatnot, or just probably better adjusting your code and how you run things to be more robust. So like saving periodically waits to disk and then doing a daily backup or something to a remote storage provider. So that'd be one example. There's some adaptations that you might need to do. And then also, it's not currently as well suited if you have stringent data security requirements, as we discussed earlier. If you need to have HIPAA compliance, for example, or something, that's maybe not the best use currently.
So is it price based on reliability? Just curious. Not
There's a correlation, yes. Like we do not, like it's a market-based pricing, but yeah, there's definitely a correlation, yeah.
I think we've got time for one more question.
Oh, okay, well, this guy over here, gentleman, hasn't.
What do you think about SF Compute in general and SF's Compute partnership with Modular to create cheaper inference? Or do you know about SF Compute?
A little. I don't think about that very much.
Okay.
There's some assumptions going in there. So from what I understand of their model, it's like dealing with the whole problem of say you're a large provider, you want to get into the data center game, you need to acquire financing, debt and equity. Often increasingly it's debt. Doesn't matter, either way, you need to have pretty much like a guaranteed offload customer, usually. And so this is sort of you're passing on your risk. And the idea is that this only really allows you to match with like a single large customer who's going to take all that compute from you. I just don't think that's always the model. Like increasingly, a lot of this workload should go to liquid on-demand compute and not long-term provision compute. And that's a better way of solving the problem. So the whole fact that the whole system around very large committed contracts is mostly geared towards consistent long-term usage. More for training than inference.
That's all we got.
Okay. Here's your microphone back.
Thank you everyone for coming, and we're looking forward to
There was like some
networking
weird
with y'all.
twangy stuff I try to ignore, but no. Things that post, it's just like,
Limitations of this stuff.
yeah.